All right, what's going on, guys? It's the Out Park Podcast. I got my boy Ben here again. After some technical difficulties, we finally get to get this episode out to you guys. Ben, you just want to give yourself a little introduction?
Ben, uh, went to Albright College with Josh, um, graduated in 2025, um, music industry major, producer, musician. That's pretty much it, really.
So, my first question is, what got you into music?
Oof. I think just being exposed to it at an early age. Like I remember when I was younger, listening to all kinds of music. Like my grandparents would play classical music in their house. My dad would play like rock and metal when I was with him. So I was just exposed to like, all kinds of different styles and sounds from like an early age. And when I was 3 years old, I think it was, either 3 or 5, I got my first drum kit and was like, oh, I'm kind of good at this. And then picked up cello in like the fourth grade. I was an orchestra geek for a little bit. Um, and then like middle school, I picked up guitar and bass and just kind of ran with it since then.
Hmm.
So guitar is my main focus now. Um, Drums and bass on the side though sometimes as well.
You said the cello?
Yeah,
Dang.
cello. That's a fun fact. Not a lot of people know I play cello. I kind of keep it on the down low.
Do you have you kept up with it in the past couple of years? Or is that kind of just in the past?
Kind of fell off after high school, admittedly. I want to use it like when I make my own stuff for sure. But after high school, it was like, all right, I'm not doing orchestra anymore. It's like I really want to focus on like rock and like heavy metal. And I just guitar was like when I wasn't playing cello in school, I was always playing guitar at home. So it's just kind of like made the most sense to me.
Hmm.
And like it was easier to bring a guitar around with me instead of lugging a giant cello case around campus. So
That makes sense. So, what are
yeah.
all of the instruments that you know how to play?
Okay, so in order, it's drums, my first instrument I picked up, then piano, and then cello, guitar, and bass guitar.
So, I would imagine guitar is your
So
favorite.
guitar is my favorite. It's just what I gravitate towards the most. It's like when I listen to music, it's like the first thing I usually hear is like the melody or the guitar.
Hmm.
So, and that's how I write a lot of my stuff. It's like I write guitar first, which is kind of weird because if you talk to people like Xander when they're like recording and stuff, most people will record drums first.
Hmm.
But for me, it's like I record guitar first. It's like, oh, I like this part. I just played. Or oh, I like this part. I just come up with. I'm gonna record that down first, and then put the drums and bass around it, and
Hmm.
kind of build from that.
Yeah. No, I wish. I wish I would have gotten involved in some sort of instrument in like middle school or even
Yeah,
earlier. I know Xander tried to teach me how to play. He let me play the drums and the piano a little bit. I wasn't very good at either,
yeah.
so I kind of just left that in the
To
past.
be fair, my parents kind of forced me into it. Not forced me, but they were like, all right, like when you're in like middle school and high school, you got to choose like, are you gonna play sport or are you gonna play instrument? And I wasn't super athletic in middle and high school. I mean, I played hockey. That was like the extent of like my physical activity though at the time. So I was kind of like, all right, I kind of have a knack for like playing music, so I'll just go towards that. I took that route
Hmm.
throughout most of middle and high school. Um, but you sat in the like room with Xander and he was recording a lot. What was that like for you?
It's just like it's crazy how all of that like goes
Yeah,
together. Xander actually,
yeah.
so we do have Xander actually made us like a little beat for our
Mm,
IRL channel. So I have like
yeah,
I like partially helped him. Like I told him like what I wanted and everything like that, and we kind of sat in
yeah,
our apartment and like put it together on his computer. So just seeing
yeah,
that whole process is super interesting. It's something that I definitely didn't
yeah.
understand because I've never been around any sort of like music like that. I've never like made music or anything. So just being able to like
Mm,
especially like the way he was doing it like on his just on his MacBook. Like you're just pressing buttons and putting it all
yeah,
there. Like you don't even have to have the instruments in the room. Like it's
yeah.
crazy how all of that goes together.
Yeah, yeah. He's a machine with it. He's relentless. I have a lot of respect for him. I admire him too.
Hmm.
Um, our band, the band I'm in, does the same thing where it's like we don't even really record with a live drum kit. Now it's more like, all right, cool. Like we just get the sounds we want. I'm like a drum emulator and just kind of plug it in.
Hmm. Wow. Yeah,
But
it's
yeah, it's a really interesting process because you would think it's for some people it's very tedious. For other people it comes kind of naturally. For me, it kind of falls like in between a little
mhm,
bit. Um, Xander, he works so quickly. It's just like natural.
mhm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, just seeing how he's able to make music so fast. I mean, he worked with one of my
Yeah,
teammates, and I was like in the recording studio for a little bit of that, and
yeah,
it's so cool to see like just how all this
yeah,
like all these songs are created and how long it actually
yeah,
takes.
yeah. It's a lot more goes into it than you might think. Like
Yeah.
the mixing, the mastering, like the final polishing can be really tedious.
Hmm.
Um, but Xander is he can do like anything. Like he does country with Lucas, like hardcore and punk. Like he's like a Swiss Army knife. It's super cool. He's doing I think some festival out in like Orlando, like in Florida
Hmm.
later this year with a couple of bands, which is super cool.
Yeah, I was trying to get Xander to freestyle for me one time, but he said he's not a freestyler. I figured there had to be
That would funny.
some sort of freestyle that he's got in him, but he never really wanted
Yeah.
to, so just left it
You've had
there.
snacks on the pod though, right?
I have had snacks on the pod, yes.
He could probably rip a freestyle if you asked him.
I That's what I was thinking. So I was thinking that after so I filmed with him twice already, and I think
Yeah.
the next one I wanna like find some sort of random beat online somewhere and just see like his freestyle to it because I think it'll be fire, and I'm
Yeah.
excited to see it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna come at some point.
Yeah. Because I've been in like the studio with him a couple of times, like a fly on the wall kind of thing. Seeing him like punch in and out of like beats that have been selected for like a mixtape or whatever. He's like quick with it. Like he's on the fly.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
I think he could definitely gonna mean freestyle for you at some point.
I wish I could freestyle. I feel like that'd be so tough to just be able to do
I
it.
just off the dome, it's so cool. But
Yeah,
like I could never. Like I would stumble on my words the entire time.
yeah. I mean, it takes a special person to be able to do it. Like I'm a big fan of Juice World, so like just listening to some of his freestyles are
Yeah,
insane.
it's insane.
Like
I think that's probably hands down like the best stylist of I think our generation
yeah, 100%.
easily.
Like just like
Yeah,
there was one. I mean, obviously I didn't watch the whole video, but there was this one. It was like they played like an hour long beat, and for an hour straight,
yeah.
he freestyled to it. Like how?
Bunch of like Eminem beats. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Like,
Or I was like I was 20 minutes in. I was like, he's still going. Like
hmm.
what the hell? It takes a special talent that like I don't have. Like I know a lot of people like rappers that I've met. They've really kind of mastered either freestyling or just punching in and punching out. Where it's like, all right, cool. Like take me to this section of the song and just press record, and I will go until I say stop. If I like it, I'll keep going. If not, start over.
Hmm. Yeah, and I've also seen last night I was watching a football game with my teammates, and one of my teammates was showing me this AI. It was like this AI generated song, and like it sounded extremely good. It was It was like I think it was a country song that was just AI generated somehow, and I was like, that
I
sounds like a
heard about
real
that.
person. Like that's crazy.
It's crazy, but it's also scary. Like it's cool to see like how far technology has come. And, like I can appreciate like the strides it's made, but like uh, the arts, hands down, is like something exclusive to like humans.
Hmm.
It's like what makes the arts unique, whether it's like music or writing or like painting or sculpting. It's like it's created by like human ingenuity. It comes from like a brain and like having like an AI, like a robot kind of take over that, especially like music. It's like it sucks like the life out of it.
Hmm.
Like people listen to music not just because it sounds good, but because it tells stories. And if it's like a robot coming up with a story, it's like it's nothing.
Hmm. Have you?
Horrible. I think it's horrible.
I mean, I agree. I mean, I like AI in most senses, but like, I feel like, as you were
Yeah.
saying, just like for music, it's just not like I don't think it should be something that should be a big thing.
No. Yeah.
But I had a guest on a couple, I think it was like a month or so ago, and he sent me an article. It was like this lady, she writes poems and then she like turns them into songs through AI. And I think she just signed like a $3 million contract or something like that.
That's wild.
$3 million just to like, okay, I get it. Writing poems probably really hard, but to be able to just put it into like
Yeah.
an AI thing and then you get signed for like a multi-million-dollar deal, like
It's
that's
ridiculous. I mean I appreciate the concept. I know people can turn like poems and like, thoughts into songs. Like I work with someone who does that.
mhm,
Like she does it like professionally. Um but like using AI to kind of like I guess do it for you, it feels like a cheap way out. Like I don't see a problem with like looking up like ideas like how to expand upon like lyrics in a song, but like to completely be like, all right, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna let a robot do it. It's like it takes like the struggle out of it. I think the struggle is something that's like should be appreciated because like it shows that you've put in work to it. It shows that like you want to take your time to figure out what you want to say.
mhm. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously you've written a ton of songs. What's kind of like that
Yeah.
process like?
For me, it depends. Like, I don't like to force it. I just kind of, it honestly just starts with me playing. Honestly, like if I'm just practicing and noodling around, that's how it usually comes. Like most of my ideas come out. It's just me like noodling something on a guitar, and it's like, oh, I like that. I will just take out my computer and open like GarageBand or Logic or whatever I used to record on, and just press record. And I'll just kind of, in a way, freestyle it and just see where it goes. Um, and sometimes it's like, all right, cool. In like 30 minutes, I can have like a full like instrumental like either halfway mapped out or like mapped out. Other times it's like, all right, I'm here for like an hour, figuring out where I want to go. Um, just sitting and listening to it and figuring out how to build upon it through just listening. Um, because sometimes the best way I record is to just step back from it and just listen.
Mhm.
I don't want to put my hands on it because I don't want to be like, oh, I don't like how that sounds. It's more appropriate for me at that point to be like, all right, I'm just gonna step away from that work and like being hands on with it and just listening to it and see where my mind goes with it.
Mhm. So,
Uh, there was a there was a point in time which like, I was cranking out like um, demos and ideas like almost every day. Um, and now it's just like I write better when I can like do it in little increments. Be like, oh, I like what I did in these 30 minutes. I'm gonna step back for like a day or so and come back to it when like I'm ready to approach it again and be like, all right, I think I can add this to it because it complements it.
mhm. So how often now do you make songs?
Not as frequently as I used to in college. I was able to do it a little bit more. Now post college, um, my time is divvied up between two bands and a full time job. So for my personal, like my own music, I'm putting less time into it than I would like to. But that's just because there's a lot on my plate right now. And one of the bands I'm in is working on album two. So at least I am, trying to put more time into um, getting ready for the recording process for that and learning the songs that we have and fleshing out the ideas I brought to the table.
Mhm. Dang. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
imagine life after college isn't the easiest for most people.
I think it's pretty great, honestly. Um, Working full time is great, and I'm doing what I want with two different bands. So different environments, but it's also super cool.
Hmm. It's just like as much as I don't like college and like sometimes I like not regret going, but like I don't necessarily think I should
Yeah,
have went. It's like you don't
yeah,
realize how much free time you really have when you're in college.
exactly. And we've had this talk about like whether college is worth it or not, and like we can talk about this again.
Hmm.
But like the day after graduating, like the day I graduated, I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I'm gonna miss my homies and stuff. It's gonna be weird not waking up at like 8 a.m. on a Monday for a class. Um, but like the day after I got home, I was like, now what? Like, what do I do now?
Hmm.
It's like there's like you're in like the real world now, which is a crazy thought, but like um, it doesn't have to be as scary as like people make it out to be. You just kind of like ease into it and you find a routine. And it's like, all right, cool. Post college life isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you're making the transition to college from like high school. Like you just have to get into a routine that kind of works for you. And
Yeah,
I mean, I like the whole aspect outside of college because like after you're done college, like you go to work and you're making money, and I love making money.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you're doing that every single day, and once you kind of get into a routine
yeah,
where it fits your schedule, like you just kind of get used to it, and it's like that's what you're going to be doing for the next
yeah,
40 plus years. So,
yeah. It just depends on it. Really boils down to you and your choices. Like, are you going to be working a job or doing something that not only makes you money but makes you happy?
yeah.
Um, and if not, you can blame the world or whatever, but at the end of the day, it boils down to you. Like you made that choice to either stagnate or to, you know, follow the path you want to follow, fall a couple times along that path, but get up and keep trying.
Hmm. Yeah. So this is a question I love talking about. So would you rather work like would you rather be happy at your job but make like very low pay, or not necessarily like your job as much but you make like a ton of money?
See, I'm in that spot right now, honestly. Um, I'm kind of caught in the middle
Hmm.
because on one hand, I'm in two bands. I'm doing what I love, but it's not as financially lucrative as like my main source of income at the moment.
Hmm.
Like, you and I have talked about this question before: is college worth it or not? For me, it was worth it because of the social experience, like meeting people, meeting you, meeting all the friends I have now. I credit that to going to college, but the way I'm making money now, I don't credit to college. Like I'm working a blue collar job now,
Hmm. Yeah.
which it's not the greatest thing in the world. I don't want to do this the rest of my life, but straight out of college, it's consistent, it's steady, and it makes good money. And could be doing, you know, washing dishes or making coffee at like a coffee shop, whatever. But I'm, you know, working a very tedious, demanding job, but I feel it rewards me like financially.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, I don't want to be the rest of my life.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've always
So
been a
I at a certain point, I would, you know, want to be doing something that I'm actually happy at, even if it means like not making as much money as I would like to.
hmm. Yeah. I mean, that it would be great if like straight out of college you could do something that you love and make like the exact amount of money that you want, but it's so hard
Yeah,
nowadays to do that type of stuff.
it's so hard.
But
Yeah, and the job market just keeps shrinking and shrinking
oh,
every year.
it's crazy, especially with AI coming up. Like it's gonna be even worse with them being able to take over everything. But I've always been the type that like I'd rather make a lot of money doing something that I don't like versus
Yeah,
like working a job
yeah,
that I love and barely making anything.
yeah. My dad and I have had this talk where it's like I want you to work a job that you hate,
Hmm.
like you absolutely hate. Um, make a lot of money off of it, but like realize you don't want to do that the rest of your life because that way you can like be motivated to like actually find a job that you want to work,
Hmm.
follow your calling.
Hmm. I mean, and
So I
also
think it's
no, go ahead.
I think it's important that like everyone works a job they don't like. Like End of the day, I don't like the job I work at mainly because of the hours. Um, but it's just that is a job I don't want to stay at the rest of my life, and I'm using that as like motivation to be like, all right, cool. One of these days, I'm not gonna be waking up at like 5 in the morning every day for work. I'm gonna be like waking up whenever I want and making the amount of money that I want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I also think this is the perfect situation where you're taking something like almost negative almost and then like turning it into a positive where you're using it for motivation to
Yeah,
further your career and everything.
yeah,
But I also think like if you
yeah,
work a job you hate, at the end of the day, like it might grow on you enough that like you start
yeah,
enjoying the simple things. Like I used to do
yeah,
landscaping and I hated landscaping just because like I like being outside, I like doing all of that type of stuff, but like the landscaping work that we were doing was just like we were mowing big fields with weed whackers and I was like this is pointless. Like
that's super fucking tedious with weed
mhm.
whackers.
Yeah, it was taking
Jesus
us all
Christ.
day to do work that could have taken maybe an hour with a bigger machine. And
Yeah,
I hated waking up for that. I mean, I got lucky that I didn't have to be in work till 7, but then I was getting out at like 3:30 and by the time like midday, this is the summer midday, it's like 98 degrees where we could have done the whole
yeah,
project and been done with it early on, but it showed me that I was making good money and I hated it, but
yeah,
I started to like semi enjoy like the simple things of it and just like getting up like
yeah,
I'm going to work, I'm making money, I'm doing like cuz like I'm
yeah,
all about money. If I make money like it's perfectly
yeah,
fine. I don't really care what I'm doing.
yeah,
And I think
yeah,
I also am a big believer that money like creates happiness in a sense.
yeah. I don't think money buys happiness, but it affords you a lot of things that
Mhm.
can, make you go, oh, life isn't so bad.
Mhm.
Life is good.
Like you can
Like,
create so many memories with money.
yeah. I'm like I said, money is not the cure for everything.
Mhm.
Um, but having money is like um having like a weightlifting belt. Like you don't need it all the time, but it does help. It sure does help when like you really need it.
100%.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a perfect reference because you're able to kind of expand what you do every day if you have money. Like you can go buy something that you really want and not have to worry about like checking your bank account just to make sure you have enough. Or like you can go on that vacation that you've
Yeah,
always wanted to go to. Like you don't have to
yeah,
sit down and like really think about it if you have enough money and like you're financially free. So I think it definitely on that
yeah,
aspect. So I get when people say like they're still not happy with like the amount of money that they're making if they're like millionaires because they're in that mindset like they need to make
yeah,
more every single year and progress. So they're not really
yeah,
always enjoying what they're actually making. But like looking at it right now, being
yeah,
a college student that doesn't have millions of dollars, it would be pretty cool to have millions of dollars sitting in my bank account.
yeah. As a college student and post college student, like $1 million in the bank account would not solve everything, but it would help a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take $1 million. I wouldn't stop working. Like if I won the lottery and it was like 80 mil,
Yeah,
I wouldn't stop working. I'd still want to do a job, but then I could also be a little more pickier with what the type of job. Like I could genuinely do something that I enjoy and that I want to do
yeah,
for a lower pay
you can
just because you have that money already built up in your account.
exactly.
So,
Like I wouldn't stop making music if I had $1 million. I
mhm.
still want to make music, but I could be like, all right, cool. I want to get, you know, this guitar or these like speakers for a studio and like this recording equipment. It's like it would afford me like the luxuries to like upgrade, you know, tools I use for my job.
Yeah, I mean it would like you could get like a big time artist. Like you could genuinely pay them a good chunk of money to be on your song if you had a ton of money.
Yeah, definitely.
Like if I made music and I had like 80 mil, I probably would be that type of guy that spends a good amount of money just to get like not
Yeah.
top artist, but like one known artist just to have a song, just to say like, oh, I have a song with this guy, just for
Yeah.
the whole show.
Yeah. So if you were making music and you did have, the financial resources, who's the one artist you would choose to have like on your song?
Well, I mean, if he was living, it would be Juice World, but one that's
Yeah.
alive, I would I'd probably say the baby. I love his music. I love the baby's music.
Dude, really?
I just like how high energy it is. Like every song, I will say some of his lyrics are like repetitive and like it kind of has almost the same vibe all the time. But like that high energy, like I love like that stuff gets me hype. Like that'll be on my pregame playlist. Like
Yeah.
I'll get hype and everything. I also do like
Hmm.
Lil Baby, so I do like both of the babies.
There. I could see that. Yeah.
Who you picking?
I'd say probably Playboy Cardi. Because I think he's like the hottest rapper right now. Um, he's had so much influence on like the underground sound. Like most of the rappers people hear nowadays are just like clones,
Hmm.
have like bitten off of like his sound and style. Um, and he went on tour with The Weeknd, so um, I love his sound. I love his energy at shows.
Hmm.
Um, it's my go-to,
I mean that's
at least for rappers.
yeah. I mean I've never really listened to Playboy Cardi. I've heard a couple of his songs. But I'm not like a huge like I know all of his songs or anything like that. But from what I heard, like
Yeah,
he's a good artist. You remember that time that
yeah.
I forget what it was that. I think we were at the SAE house and
Mhm.
I can picture like the picture that me and you took. I just can't
Yes,
remember.
that was the first time we met, I think too.
That was that was definitely one of the first times.
Yeah, you had the shiesty on the Yeet shiesty.
I had the
I
shiesty and
had
the
I had
chains.
I had the fucking Cardi makeup on that night, the Vamp makeup.
I remember that. I think the picture
That
came
was
up in my memories the other day.
Yeah, like 2 years ago. Holy shit.
That's a while.
That's fuck, dude. Damn. 2 years ago. Fuck. My God.
That just shows how fast time goes.
Dude, especially in college too, it goes by so fast.
Hmm.
I remember it's funny, like it was like a month, no, it was like yeah, like a month and a half, 2 months ago. And I was like scrolling through Snapchat and I saw my memories like, you know, my first month like moving into college and I'm like, what the fuck? I can vividly remember the day like I took that snap and I'm like, felt like yesterday.
Hmm.
It goes by so fast.
I wish there was like some way you could like almost rewatch everything of your life.
Yeah. I feel like if if I were on my deathbed, like before I go, I would want to like not in like a sad way, but like watch my life flash before my eyes to be like, yeah,
Hmm.
I did all this stuff. Yeah, I remember that. I remember doing this, talking to that person,
Hmm.
just to kind of see it's like a kind of recap of like what you've done.
Yeah, that would be sick. I think that would be a great.
Yeah,
I mean, in the circumstances, I think it'd be a great way to just kind of end everything off. But
yeah,
like, I mean, I still like remember everything from my freshman year of college like it happened yesterday. And it's kind of crazy that
oh
it's
yeah,
already been that long since I've moved into college and like started making friends at college. It's
yeah,
so I never would have thought that life would move so fast, but then like I think about it like I was just thinking about it at the beginning of this week. I was like, wow, like semester's almost over and everything, and now it's Friday and I'm like, wow, this week flew by. Like where did it go? It's
yeah.
crazy how time has been moving. Even in high school, like I felt like high school went pretty fast, but everything before high school was
It's going
slow,
by fast.
and then high school and college just
Yeah,
fly.
dude. Yes, like elementary and middle school, it just kind of dragged, and then you finally get like high school, especially the second half of high school when it's like, all right, you're prepping for college, and then after college, the real world. And it just goes by so fast. It's a blur of like, hey, you got to learn this. You got to, you know, write. an essay for college, take all these tests and stuff, and then you get into college and it goes by even faster, like twice as fast.
Yeah, it's almost scary in a sense to think about how time is going so quickly.
Yeah. Like the days are like the days drag, but like they just kind of bleed together
Hmm.
and it goes by fast.
Yeah. So I know while you were at college, you were big into lifting in the gym and everything. Is that kind of something that's
Yeah.
still a big part of your life?
Yeah, for sure. Um I didn't like I said earlier, I wasn't the most like athletic person growing up. I really got into lifting during the pandemic actually. Like it was a month into lockdown and I was just like I don't want to be lazy this entire time. Like I have all this free time on my hands. That's like what do I do?
Hmm.
And then I just started running like 1 to 2 miles around like my neighborhood, doing dumbbell and kettlebell exercises in my basement. And I hated it at first, but like I fell in love with the routine and like the sense of like, all right, cool. I feel good after I do it. Like I fell in love with that consistency and the feeling I got, and I just kind of chased it. I didn't stop. Like the gyms opened back up, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go every day after school. Um, and that continued throughout college. And like 5 years later, it's like lifting is still like an integral part of my life.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean it's huge when people start to find the gym. I know I didn't
Yeah,
actually start like lifting consistently till I would say consistently probably till I got to college, just because I was on campus. I
yeah,
had access to a gym all the time. In high school, like I'd go to the gym
yeah,
every couple days, like work out, stuff for baseball, but I never really started finding like a consistent schedule and like really planning out lifts and everything
yeah,
until freshman year. And actually, it didn't start
yeah.
till I met Ethan. And Ethan, my freshman year, started making us work out with him. And I remember the first lift he ever made me do. I had like maybe bench press once or twice in my life, and he
Yeah.
he made me and Xander bench press, and we were going, and then there was one set. I think it was like I forget how much he put on it, but he put a lot of weight on there, and he like wouldn't let me stop until I finished it. Like I was like halfway through, and I was like, dude, my arms are gonna give out, and he's
Yeah.
sitting there like helping the bar up, and then he's letting it go back down, and then helping, and I was like, dude, like this is fun, but at the same time, like my arms are dead. Like I couldn't bend my arms after a
Ethan's
while.
Ethan's kind of. I love him. He's kind of sick like that though.
Yeah, he's got a
Um.
his workout is crazy.
Yeah. Did you find that playing joining baseball in college helped to kind of add to that sense of like I need to be consistent in the gym?
Oh yeah, I think the gym for like athletes and beyond like is it should be a big part. I think it's definitely
Yeah.
helped me a lot more like get better at baseball, and I've seen like just the
Yeah.
results from lifting in just the past couple of
Yeah.
years how much better I am
Yeah.
and everything. And it's also like once I got into that consistent schedule, kind of helped me get into like a consistent schedule with everything in life. Like I was able to say, okay, I'm doing
Yeah.
this at this time. I'm going to do this at
Yeah.
that time. Like it helped with so many different aspects. And I mean, I'm glad
Mhm.
that I found working out because I genuinely enjoy it now, especially like
Yeah.
I got up this morning and I lifted at like
Mhm.
9 a.m. after class. Like just a
Yeah.
random time, but it made me feel more accomplished that I got in there early on and got it done.
Yeah.
But I
You
mean,
did something productive.
yeah, it's just like the one video our coach always shows us about the guy. He's a Navy SEAL and he's talking about like making your bed in the morning. I don't know if you've ever seen that video.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, like we watch that every year,
It's
and
like the small things.
yeah, like just like even like weightlifting would be like considered the small thing. Like you get that done, then you want to start doing more. So then
Yeah.
it just like kind of motivates
Yeah.
you every day. And
Yeah.
I like I can't like imagine what I would be doing with baseball if I never started lifting at all.
Yeah. No, I feel like if I just kind of gave up lifting after like that little stint in like the lockdown, I probably would be in like a different spot, like not just physically but also mentally.
Hmm.
Like as much as like I love music and like music kind of lets me exercise like my thoughts and like put them into like something that people can hear and relate to. Um, Gym definitely helps keep like the noise like in my head like at like a low level because like I can tune out the world around me. It's like all right, cool. Put my headphones in, like mute literally everyone within like a 5 feet radius of me, and just focus on like the song in my headphones and the weights in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy what that can do. Cause I mean, I like working out with people, but I do prefer to work out by myself because I can put my earbuds in and
Oh
just
yeah,
do like my work. And I think it was
yeah.
the winter go, like it was the winter break during my sophomore year. I started going to Planet Fitness at like 4 in the morning for no reason. Like I just was like, yeah, I'm gonna get up early. Like I'd wake up at 3:45 and I'd drive to Planet Fitness, was like 10 minutes from my house, and just go. It was great
Jesus.
because there was nobody there
Yeah,
and I could do what I wanted. But
yeah.
then it was like I got up that early, I lifted, I'd get home by maybe 5:36, and then I go right back to bed. So it was like, all right, I got up, I did one activity, and then I went back to bed. So I'm not a big
Yeah.
getting up that early. And I also, for some reason,
No.
like I enjoy going to gyms when there's like more people there. Not like it's super packed, but like if there's a good amount of people, like I feel like it almost like motivates you to do better.
Is it like an attention thing? Like people are watching you, you kind of have to like put on a show.
I don't know. I kind of just like going to public gyms. I enjoy because like there's so many different people. Like we're all there to get better and everything. So it's kind of
Yeah.
just like everyone's in there doing their own work. But I don't know. I don't know if it's an attention thing because like I don't necessarily like when people watch me at the gym. Like I'm not putting up crazy weights like you, but like if someone's sitting there
Yeah.
watching me, it's almost like it's like why are you watching me at the gym?
Yeah, I get that. I'm not even putting up crazy weights anymore. I just don't have like the time to like lift like I used to. It's like because like in college you have like essentially all the time like after class. It's like, all right, cool. I've done homework. I can go to the gym for like 2 hours, lift all the heavy weights I want, eat all the food and stuff
Mm-hmm.
that I want. But now it's like I have like actual responsibility. It's like, oh, I have a job. Oh, I have two bands to go to practice to. It's like I don't have like all the free time to like, lift. You
Mm-hmm.
have to, it forces you to be more um consistent, but also like regimented with your time,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is great.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for like that whole aspect of just like getting into a routine because I love being able to like create a routine for every day. That way I know what I'm doing each part of the day. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, obviously I want to like once I'm done with baseball, I think like lifting will become a little bit more like exciting almost because I can do what I want. I can not have to
Yeah,
worry about losing like range of motion and all of that for baseball. I can kind of just
yeah,
like bench press as much as I want and do everything of that like
yeah,
sort. And I mean, that's one thing I'm
mm,
excited for. I mean, I love baseball, but at the same
yeah.
time, like some of the lifts that like normal people that go to the gym do aren't really the best for baseball.
They
So,
don't train. Yeah, like like I train like mostly like bodybuilding style, which
mhm,
is like lots of volume, a lot of like isolation, but also strength based lifts compared to like athletic lifts. You guys are focused on like mobility, endurance,
mhm,
and speed.
mhm,
Um, and that's what kind of differs.
yeah,
Which not a bad thing. I know people who train like athletes and they're strong as hell, but like for baseball, it's like you have to be fast. You have to like have high endurance and stamina.
yeah. It's like the way I look at it for baseball is like if you put up a lot of weight, you also have to then go back and do mobility in that area of your body just to make sure like you're not
Yeah,
losing all your range of motion.
yeah, and so you can keep doing it. So without like your like muscles like giving out.
Yeah, like I started I think this past year I started like to bench press more often because there was always like reports like oh benching's bad for baseball. It's really not, but I also learned that when you bench, you also have to focus on making sure you're not getting too stiff and everything. So like if you're putting
Yeah,
up a couple like two plates and stuff, like you have to go hammer on upper body mobility then just to like kind of replace
yeah,
all of that. So it's almost like two times the work, but I I don't know. I've started to semi enjoy doing mobility stuff, even though it is a pain sometimes because
Yeah.
it's like an extra 30
Uh-huh.
minutes to an hour out of my day. But
Yeah.
your body just feels so much better after doing certain mobility stuff.
Yeah. I should probably take cues on that because I don't stretch at all or do cardio at all.
Yeah. I mean, I rarely stretch before I lift, and I know that's bad, but
Neither do
like
I.
outside
It's
of like
horrible.
outside of team lifts, like we stretch as a team and then we do our team lift. But like if I'm lifting by myself, like I don't stretch before. I usually will hit the gym and then like do my mobility later. But
Yeah.
that's just cause like I don't know.
Do like one do like one or two like warm up sets and it's like, all right, cool. If my shoulder doesn't feel like shit, I can go heavier.
Mhm.
And that's it. I gauge it off of like if I'm like not sore or like not stiff and like a certain like muscle group, then I can just push it until like it gives out.
Yeah. Yeah, you should try some baseball mobility. It just makes your like it kind of just makes your body feel so much like better after a while.
I I wanted to get more mobile and more like agile.
Mhm.
Just like I just because for a while it was just like, oh, I want to get big as hell. Like I want to like get big, lift a lot of weight, and now it's like, all right, it's great. I still want to do that, but it's like I want to make sure like I'm not like a wheelchair when
Mhm.
I'm like 50 or 60 years old because my lower back is fucked up. So
Yeah.
I really want to focus on like taking better care of like my stability muscles
Mhm.
and like my tendons and like my back,
Yeah. I think
my knees. So
the one crazy thing that I've noticed from do mobility is like I feel like I'm almost able to sleep better. And it's like it's so weird.
really,
Like I'll lift a lot and then I will like do hit mobility and like that night I just feel so loose that like I can fall asleep even quicker. Like I naturally fall asleep pretty fast, but I just
yeah,
feel like I'm more comfortable when I lay down and can fall asleep even faster when I do mobility that day. So I don't know if that's
yeah,
like a proven thing or like that's something that everyone experiences, but I've definitely experienced that a
it
lot.
might be. I mean, on the flip side, it's like I don't stretch a whole lot or do a whole lot of mobility training. I don't have a problem falling asleep. Like I'll get up in the morning, I'll get out of bed, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely like a little stiff and like
Mhm.
my lower back or like my knees. Um, and it's not like it like impedes me from going about my day, but it's like, oh, it's like it's a little annoying. I don't like it.
Mhm. Yeah. I do
So you might be onto something with that.
yeah, I do wake up in the morning some days and I'm a little stiff and then I think about it, I'm like, "Oh, I didn't do mobility last night." So, I
Yeah,
I would strongly recommend that. I think it does help a lot. Um,
yeah,
but like I don't know, I've started to slowly get back into doing it more consistently and I work with
hmm
I used to work with like a bigger baseball performance center and like the
yeah,
mobility program they had me doing, it was like 30 minutes plus. Like we were doing everything. Like I was doing different stuff for like my spine and everything like that. And like as hard as
yeah,
it was in the moment, the effect that I felt after doing all of that was so worth it. Like my body felt so loose
yeah,
throughout the day. Like I could sit in class and like feel perfectly fine. I'd wake up in the morning, feel great. And it was just
yeah,
it was worth that extra 30 minutes to like an hour of my time to just
yeah,
sit down and do all of that stuff. And it's something I
yeah,
still have to get back into consistently doing, but I'm slowly working towards that.
yeah. It just boils down to
Mhm.
consistency, which is something we talked about last time. Like we had this, like we talked of just like everything you want to do just boils down to consistency.
Mhm. Yeah. No, that's the
Yeah,
biggest key in literally everything you do. Is if how often you
yeah,
can stay consistent with something.
yeah. It doesn't matter like if it's like, one day it's really great, the other day it's half-assed. It's like if you're getting up and still doing it, that's what matters.
Mhm. Yeah. And I've learned that like
Yeah,
I learned that so quickly in college and then like starting with all this social media stuff, I've learned that the more you stay consistent, the more results you'll see. It takes a
yeah,
good amount of time for most things, but as long as you like stick to like
yeah,
that same schedule or something like that, you're going to
yeah,
see results at some point. And I mean,
yeah.
it it's definitely helped with a lot of aspects of life.
Yeah, I see the result too. Like in the band bands I'm in, it's like I've been more conscious of like, all right, cool, I'm reposting, you know, and footage, I'm reposting the flyers and stuff. Um, and whether it's like with myself on the band page or just like separately, like just getting more people to look at it, more views to be like, oh, we'll come to that show, or oh, this sounds great, we'll listen to the album. It all adds up.
Mm-hmm.
That might not be instant, but like over time, people will start to notice.
Oh, 100%. And that's it'll that's all it like comes down to is just the consistency part of everything.
Yeah,
But all right, so for my last question, and I know we've talked about this before. So,
yeah.
if you could go back in time and give your younger self a piece of information or like just advice or anything, what would you tell him?
Ooh. Real quickly, before like I answer the last question, I do want to talk more about the bands and the stuff and music.
Yeah, I got you.
We can edit that sometime in before we call it.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about it right now.
Perfect. Um, I just answer the last question first. Um, I don't know where I want to go with the music stuff. I just don't want to talk about it for sure.
Mhm.
Especially like post college. Um, but I would give advice. What advice I give to my younger self? Oof, it's a great question because you could say so many things to your younger self.
Mhm.
Because everyone had that awkward phase when they were younger of just like fucking up and just like making dumb decisions and dumb mistakes. Um, I would just say keep your head down and focus on what makes you happy. Like find what really makes you happy. Take some time by yourself to really think about what you like and what you want to do. And over time, um, think about the steps you could take to, accomplish what makes you happy.
Mhm.
If that's like, you know, starting a podcast and, a social media platform, it's like, buying the equipment and like learning how to write, good questions and posting consistently. If that means writing music, focus on like your influences, picking up an instrument and learning it and learning how to write.
Mhm.
I think just spending some time alone for sure and thinking about what makes you happy definitely helps. As uncomfortable as it is to be alone, you learn a lot when you're by yourself.
Mhm.
You learn a lot about what you like and what you want to do.
Mhm. Yeah,
So don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid to isolate yourself from the crowd. Um, in the moment, the first couple of times you spend that time by yourself, it's gonna feel weird. It's gonna be uncomfortable. You're gonna question why you're gonna do it. Like why you're doing it. Is it gonna be worth it? Um, but you take that time and you look at yourself a year or 2 years down the line after that, and you're like, okay, I've changed. I can see why I spent all that time by myself.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, I've like grown to just love being by myself a lot more just because it kind of
Hmm.
just it like almost helps you regroup with everything. Like you said, like you get to think about so much more and like you have so many more deeper thoughts about everything that's going on.
Yeah,
And it's I think it's so beneficial to like obviously hang out with other people, like be with your friends, everything
yeah, of
like that.
course.
But there are times where like especially for me, like I feel the need that I need like a couple, not even like a couple hours, like just a couple minutes each day to just be able to be by
Yeah,
myself and kind of like regroup
yeah,
and recharge my social battery before I go back out and
yeah,
do all that. Especially that's what I've noticed with doing like the podcast is like I love talking to people. I love meeting so many different people with my podcast, but like it drains my
yeah.
social battery sometimes. So like I do have to
Oh yeah,
take
for sure.
take like a solid hour like at some point either before or after just to kind of recharge everything and like get
Yeah,
back into like that social feeling.
yeah. As a musician, I can totally relate. Like, I love playing music. I love, playing shows for people. I love entertaining people. I love putting on a show.
Mhm.
Um, especially after like concert that's like an hour, 2 hours, like a 2.5 hour concert. It's like I need to like I'll step off stage. I'll like give my thanks for coming. Great to have you here stuff to people. But like I'll get in the car and I'll drive home, and it's like I just need to like be in my room for 5 minutes to like calm down.
Yeah.
It's like it's such a rush. It's like, and that took a lot out of me. It's like no disrespect to like the people around me, but it's like I don't want to talk for
Mm-hmm.
like 5 minutes. I just want to breathe, get water, and really just have like a minute to myself to regroup before I like go downstairs or talk to people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I like doing like different stuff. Like I'll like even just like simply like driving, like just to drive from somewhere like
Yeah,
back home. Like you can put music on, you can just kind of relax like that. Even that does it for me sometimes. Like
yeah,
just like listening to some sort of music that I want and just being by myself listening
yeah,
to it kind of just helps like work in that direction of recharging everything.
yeah. And just having that minute to kind of find your zen
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
is super important, especially as you get older too.
100%. So what's new with the music stuff?
Oof. So post college, juggling two bands, um, working with some great people. It's super awesome. It's like in college, I didn't think I'd be doing a lot. Um, but like a month into my time at Albright, um, I one great friend who I work with a lot. Her and I connected online because she followed people I went to school with. Her and I hit it off, um, became friends, and she did audio engineering actually, like music production at Kutztown. And I threw it out there. I'm like, hey, I'm into music. I play guitar. If you know anybody who wants to play, needs a guitarist for a band, let me know. She goes, all right, cool, I got you. Um, 3 months later, she texts me. She's like, hey, you still looking for that opportunity to play? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, cool, I'm in a band at Kutztown. It's like we practice these days during the week at this time. We need a rhythm guitarist. Should pop out sometime. And that was when I joined Code 201. So for those of you who don't know, I'm in two bands, Code 201 and Still Sway. So I joined Code 201 last March. So yeah, March 2024. And we've been playing ever since then. We started playing Kutztown scene, like we played at Shorty's for a while before branching out to like bars in like Doylestown, like the Philadelphia area, Phoenixville, um, playing all kinds of music for all different kinds of people. And then Still Sway is the metal band I joined this past summer.
Mm-hmm.
So juggling two different fronts essentially right now.
Wow, that's got to be a
Yeah,
lot.
uh, it's a lot, and it's super cool. It's super enlightening. Um, really different environments, um, with like chemistry wise and just playing wise. The best way I can describe it as is as following. For Code 201, it's a cover band. Like we're playing covers of songs, different styles of music for people, and it's um, like you kind of just drop into the scene. Like for me, joining Code 201 was like, all right, cool. You're joining a band that's in a college town that plays to a college bar. You're gonna get a lot of people there. Everybody in the band knows people who are in other bands at the school, so it's easy to be like, oh, we're gonna play with the drummer's classmates band essentially. So it's easy to kind of build relationships and drop in to play a show every other week. Whereas Still Sway is like original music. It's metal. It's not necessarily for everybody, but we're trying to make it palatable for everybody. And it's from the ground up. So you're not dropping into a college bar scene. You're slowly cultivating fans like online and in the area,
Mm-hmm.
essentially. It takes a little more time, but I think it's just as rewarding as being able to play constant shows in a cover band.
So do you? I mean, this might not be a question you can answer, but do you like do you enjoy one band more than the other, just like in the style wise, or?
um, I think I don't know how to answer that actually. Um, Code 201 is great because it's like I'm playing almost consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2025 was our busiest year with one, two, three, four, five, five shows and counting, six. We have another one coming up next week actually.
Mm-hmm.
So six shows and counting, um, so far this year. So it's great because I can play consistently. I can like, you know, just keep playing essentially. Still Sway is super awesome because I love heavy metal. I love writing heavy metal, and I can take what I know and what I've taught myself and apply it to like a band with other talented musicians. So I don't prefer one over the
Hmm.
other. It's a great balance for me at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of something that you enjoy from both sides, which is great.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah, it's super awesome. I love it, and it's not where I want it to be yet, but I'm at a spot where I didn't think I would be like 3, 4 years ago.
Hmm. Yeah, but it's all about that grind though. You start,
It's all about just consistency. Yeah,
yeah. Like you, I mean, I'm sure.
it's just about
Go ahead.
hey, good.
I was gonna say, it's just like, I mean, obviously, like you said, you didn't expect yourself to be at this like 3 years ago. So you're
Yeah,
seeing that progress already, although it's not like
yeah.
exactly like
It's
the
not
high end.
overnight.
Yeah, no, like nothing's
Yeah,
the majority of things won't happen overnight. There are people that get lucky
yeah.
with that type of stuff, but like you're seeing the
Oh yeah,
progress, like you believe in it, you're working
yeah,
towards it, and like I feel like just
yeah.
the process alone is the best part of all of it, even like before the
Exactly.
result.
Like I don't, as cool as it would be to like about an album or a song and have it go viral overnight. I don't want that. Like
Hmm.
in the long term, I don't want that. Um, Especially in music in today's day and age, where like you have overnight success and then in like a year nobody knows your name.
Hmm.
I don't want that. Like I'm here to put out art with the people I love playing with. I don't care if it takes, you know, a year. I don't care if it takes 5 years. It's like I want to be able to look back 10 years from now and be like, I put in that work. I was consistent with it. It wasn't overnight. It wasn't handed to me. It's like I can take pride in like appreciating where I'm at.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean there are a lot of good references to they put out one good song, it goes on for maybe a couple months, couple years, something like that, and then they just you never hear of them again.
Falls off, yeah. And as great as that is to like have that spotlight instantly, it's like it burns out just as quickly as it starts.
100%.
Especially in music, because a lot of people today in music, I feel like just kind of chase trends.
Mhm.
It's like I don't want to chase trends. I don't want to chase the next big sound. I want longevity.
Yeah. Like
I know the people I work with today want longevity.
yeah, and I think that's a big thing as long as like you can kind of come together and have such similar goals and like want the same things. And I think that's
Yeah,
the key to success when
yeah,
you're working with other people.
yeah. The key to I think for me, it's like find people who are like, all right, cool. If we're gonna go all in, we're gonna go all the fuck in.
Mhm.
Like at the drop of a hat, we all agree like quit our jobs. Let's go fully into this music stuff, or the podcast in your case. Just not look back.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's
I
great
think I
to
think it's super, I think it's super important to have that mentality of like we're gonna go all in, and if it doesn't work out, at least we tried, which is more than a lot of people can say.
Mhm. Yeah, it's great to surround yourself with like people that are like have the similar mindsets, but then also are like just want to get better. And I think it's
Yeah,
like that just goes with like being like having friends and stuff. Like you want to surround yourself
yeah,
with people that are like motivated and just like
yeah,
want to achieve higher. And that's how you're going to get success
yeah,
rather than having friends that are like semi a part of it and then like they just like not like fully in.
yeah. Um, I'm pretty sure your dad probably told you this quote. It's like, "Show me your friends, I'll show you your future."
Yeah, I definitely have heard that before.
Yeah, it's like you surround yourself with people who just kind of live for the moment, kind of chase, you know, quick, easy pleasures, whether it's like parties or like drinking or like quick attention. It's like you're gonna burn out with them. But if you choose people that have a strong work ethic, have a vision, and are determined It's not gonna be easy, but like it's gonna be way more rewarding in the future.
100%. So with like your
Yeah.
bands and stuff, um, oh dang, I forgot my question now. Dang,
Give me a minute, you're good.
it literally
Give me a minute. I'm gonna
just.
get some water real quickly. Is
I
that
got
cool?
you. Yeah.
I'll be right back. All right, I'm back now.
I still didn't think of the question though. It might not have been as important of a question, but it just like slipped right out. Like right as I went to say it, I was like, now I don't remember what it was.
It's about both bands, right?
Yeah, it was something about both bands and like the musical aspect of it, but I guarantee I'll be sitting there like later tonight, I'll be right about to fall asleep. I'll be like, oh, I remember that question now. Really wish I would have asked it.
Yeah.
I hate that. I always have that type
And
of
yeah,
stuff.
it's like especially in a podcast like setting, it probably happens more often than you'd like to admit.
Oh yeah, there are. I will say there are some times because like I'll prepare different like things. Like I'll have like what I want to talk about and stuff like that like prepared, and then
Mm-hmm.
you kind of just go off the vibe and everything. But there has been times where I
Yeah,
went to like ask a question and I'll forget it, but like I'll already have like another question prepared. So it just like
yeah,
kind of flows simpler. And then worst comes to worst, if I remember the question later on, then I'm like, okay, I can ask it now. It's
yeah.
like the appropriate time.
I guess if it's the musical aspect, um, kind of relating, like adjacent to that kind of um question, I guess. Was it about like chemistry and stuff between like the bands? You think?
It could have been. I mean, honestly, we can talk about the chemistry between the bands.
Yeah. Um, I mean, Code 201, I've been in a lot longer. That was what I played. That was the band I played in for most of college. So it's a lot like a family.
Hmm.
Like we all care for each other a lot. We're all very supportive of each other and like the musical stuff we do outside of the band. Like the lead singer, she's putting out a single tonight at midnight actually that I did guitar on.
Wow.
And we're all really excited for that. Bass player, he actually lives in my hometown, like in my area. He owns like a recording studio that he like gets people in Philadelphia to record in and stuff. He makes his own music. He's a really talented producer and musician, and he's taken me under his wing to like apprentice at his studio. Um, so we're all very like it's a family. We're all very close to each other. It's all very supportive and tight knit. And if one band member is doing something, we're all, you know, jumping out of our seats to support them for when they do their own solo stuff.
Hmm.
Still Sway, I just joined. Like I'm still relatively new, so I'm still kind of trying to find my footing, especially in the writing process. It's a little weird, um, because the lead guitarist, he's he's very much like Xander. He's a machine. Like he will write. He will. I will practice one day. Like, all right, cool. There's a set list for the show, and then he'll come to practice next week. He's like, I have 4 songs that are done. They're like mixed, and a fifth song that's like almost done.
Hmm.
And we're like, what the fuck? He takes on a lot of the writing, and it's super cool to see. Um, it's still weird, like me finding my footing. I'm still trying to find my place in it. They're all really great guys at the end of the day, and we all push each other to be better and more involved in the writing process.
Hmm.
So it's different environments, but they're both really rewarding in different ways.
Hmm. So do you find it like challenging or easy to kind of adapt to like those type of environments when like joining a new band?
I think for me, it's like off the rip, it's pretty easy just to kind of like plug in my guitar and play, you know, what's being asked to be played. Like it's easy to plug in my guitar at Code 201 and be like, all right, we're gonna play Nirvana or Foo Fighters or Ozzy Osbourne. Um, and Still Sway, it's very easy to be like, all right, cool, we're gonna plug in guitars and just jam and see where it goes. And if we like the idea, we're gonna keep it. Or hey, I brought this riff to the table, let's use it for a song. Um, it does take time though, like at least getting accumulated on like a chemistry level. Um, like I was struggling to find my place in Code 2-1 for a little bit. It wasn't until like a month in that maybe a little bit longer than a month, but by the time my fall semester of my senior year kicked around, it was very much like, all right, we're family. We can play these shows constantly at Kutztown. Um, it's just a matter of like showing up and being consistent, like as a member of the band.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but the biggest factor for me was for both bands was just showing up to practice a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because the more you show up to practice, the more you click with the band members, and you can build a sense of like chemistry and brotherhood or sisterhood in the case of Code 201 because of with singers being females. So it really just is. It boils down to like showing up and just talking to the band members and working with them.
Yeah.
There wasn't one that was like easier. I think Still Sway. I compare Still Sway, like me joining Still Sway. I compared that a lot to Code 201. Because for a little bit I was like, oh, I don't fit into Still Sway. It's like these guys are like way better writers than I am. And then I had to step back and be like, oh, you've been in Code 201 a lot longer. Like you spent most of your second half of college in that band. Um, and it was like a 20-minute drive to campus, Kutztown, to like practice with them and play a lot more shows with them than you did with Still Sway.
Mm-hmm.
Still Sway, I joined right after their first album when it was just the singer and the lead guitarist. They tracked the whole album by themselves. So I was still on the spot of like, you know, oh, I feel like I don't fit in. And then you take a step. I took a step back and was like, I just joined this band. It's like I'm still finding my footing in the band. But these guys are all great people. They're all great musicians, and we all push each other to be better. And we make sure that like the writing process and practicing is super inclusive, and we're like all having an equal say of like what we play, what we record, and how we interact with each other. So it like I guess looking at it through like a narrow lens, it's like easy to be like, oh, it's like it's difficult. But you look at a bigger picture, it's like there's a lot more that's gone into it.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of almost sounds like it kind of almost sounds like my experience like freshman year joining a college baseball team. Like we all kind
Yeah,
of came from different aspects. Like there was already that core group of guys that returned from the team, but then you're adding in the 10 freshmen that were in my class that we all went in. And it's like
yeah,
we all showed up
yeah,
to practices. We all showed up to hang out with each other, and you kind of just get to know everyone at a different like just like even outside of like their profession of baseball. And
yeah. It's
it's
exactly like just joining different teams.
yeah. Like you kind of just build
Like
that
it's like
like
finding your footing is weird.
yeah. I mean, I will say with us having like a smaller team my freshman year, it was easier to kind of like become closer with each other because there's a lot less people. Like we only
Yeah,
had 26 guys I think in the season, so it was kind of easier to like get to know everyone on more of a personal level. Now we have 70 guys, so it's like it's a little bit
70.
yeah. We have 70 guys.
That's a lot for baseball.
It dude, the progression though since like my freshman year was 26. My sophomore year was like 45 maybe. Last year was 55 and then this year it's like 73. Like it's a lot of people. I think it also does
Yeah,
it allows us to be more competitive because there's always someone behind you that's working hard trying to take your spot. So like it
yeah,
does boost like your performances and stuff. But I do
yeah,
think it's a little bit more like complicated and complex to like try to like go around learning each and every
yeah.
single teammate like on a personal level.
Learning. Yeah, it's weird. It is a little weird, but especially in like a bigger setting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because it's like a lot more faces to remember, a lot more people to like recognize compared to like your freshman class when it was 10 people. It's like, all right, cool. I know Xander and so,
Mm-hmm.
and it's easy to click with them and be like, hey, let's hang out after practice kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm terrible with like knowing people's names. So I'll look at someone and
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, I think I know their name. And then it takes me a couple times of like talking to people to be like, okay, I know their name. I know all this. So that's one thing I'm bad with.
Yeah.
So introducing so many more guys and trying to learn all that, it did take me a while. Last year, it took me a lot of time to learn all the freshmen's names. So, but like
Yeah.
it kind of just gets easier as you kind of get older and start to like notice the simple things that you can like okay, this is that person, this is this person, like everything like that. But that's definitely one of the things that was hard for me to do is learn every single person.
Yo, yeah. Absolutely.
But so is there any questions you have for me or anything else that you want to talk about?
I don't think so. Off the rip, no.
I mean, that's perfectly fine because we can run a part
Yeah.
2 at some point too.
Dude, I'd love to run a part two in the future. There's a lot more that I have planned on the music side,
Mhm.
um, with my own solo stuff, which hopefully after the second Still Sway album, I can actually put like, you know, a date on like when I want to start putting stuff out. But there's a lot coming up that's planned, for me in music. A lot that Josh has planned for Out of the Park and the content, and hopefully in the near future, um, I will have updates and we can do a part two. This is fucking awesome.
100%. Yeah, man. I mean, anytime like you have anything posted, just send it over to the podcast account. I'll be happy to share it and everything like that. Um,
Likewise, bro, and I'll do the same for Out of the Park,
Thanks, man. I mean, hopefully
bro.
everything with your solo career and all your bands starts to really get big and everything. And I mean, I have
Yes,
confidence
sir,
that it
bro.
will. I mean, you guys are doing
Yeah,
great so far.
and Out of the Park is just continuing to grow. Congratulations on 1 million views on
Thanks,
YouTube, by
man.
the way.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
I mean, it felt good, like in the moment when I hit it, because like I didn't even know we were that close. If I'm being completely honest with you, there was one day I went on to
Hmm?
look, and I was like, oh wow, we're at like 950, and I was like, oh wow, that's a lot more than I thought. And
It's
then
crazy.
then like a couple days after it hit a mill, and I was like, wow, like this is pretty cool. But like I also didn't
Yeah,
like, I don't know, I wasn't like like I'm trying to think of the word. I wasn't like
we're a little we're a
satisfied.
little unfazed.
Yeah, I wasn't as
Yeah,
satisfied with it.
like
Like
that's like the standard you have now. So that you realize like that's what like we have to like push for now.
yeah, it's like
To push past that.
yeah, it's kind of like the bottom part of it. Like you just have to kind of get better every
Yeah,
time. Like by this
yeah,
time next year, I want to have like 3 mil or something like that. Like you just have to see the results.
yeah,
And I mean, I've been
yeah,
blessed that I have started to see the results. Like obviously, a
yeah,
million for anyone, like it's a great thing, and I'm appreciative to everyone
yeah.
that watches. But like I also want to
Mm,
just slowly start building, and hopefully, like that's definitely the smallest amount that I ever have. So.
yeah. And like with the consistency that you and like Out of the Park have shown, I have no doubt that this is just the start for way more for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of ideas and different things that I want to start incorporating soon. I just have to kind of figure out the smaller details, but there's definitely a lot of
Mm,
ideas that I have that I think will benefit us in the future. So,
of course,
I'm excited for that type of stuff.
I'm excited for you guys too,
Thanks, man. But again,
bro.
thank you so much for coming on. This was great. I always love catching up with you, whether it's
Awesome.
on the pod
Yeah,
or it's in
bro.
person. So,
Yeah, dude. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, Josh.
yeah, man. We're definitely gonna have to set up a part 2.
Absolutely. Hopefully next time it is in person.
That would be great. I love in-person ones.
Possibly, yeah. Dude, I would love to come up sometime in December before the semester ends.
Hmm.
I don't know when yet, but figure something out before the semester ends.
Yeah, man. Just let me know whenever
Part
you're
two.
in the area or whatever, and we can
Yes,
set
bro.
something
Yeah.
up.
Absolutely, man.
But I just want to thank everyone for watching. All of Ben's socials will be in the description or on the screen, so go give him a follow. Because, I mean, this man's progressing. He's got a lot planned, and you just got to follow his journey.
Yes.
Because at some point, he's going to be one of the biggest musicians out there. And I can say that I had him on my
I hope.
podcast early on. So,
Yes, sir.
but yeah, thanks again,
Again,
man.
this is awesome.